Hello and welcome to the Real Radio Show on UCFM 87.8, coming to you from the University of Canberra on Ngunnawal land. I'm AJ.
And I'm James, and it's great to be back in the studio bringing you another fantastic Real Radio Show.
Yes, it has been a very, very wonderful week for me. How about you?
Let me hear about this wonderful week.
The sun is out. I don't know. I feel the effects of spring coming in. I know we're not even halfway through kind of, the month, but I feel it's going to be a good rest of the month. I feel it.
I have noticed that. There's a little bit more sun in the morning when I get up. It's not quite as chilly. There's a spring in my step and everyone else's. It's funny that everyone's got a spring in their step and it's 3 weeks into the first weeks of uni.
Exactly. Pretty interesting. You know, it goes by so quickly, but it doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. That's just uni though. I don't know. How's it going for you? Good uni or bad uni?
It's already felt quick and it's the start of the third week. I think it's because I always skip O week, like we've discussed in the previous episodes.
That is true. I never skip O week, so I'm always here. I'm always hanging around, and I love the radio, and you love radio too.
Yeah, and that's why we're here. And on today's show, we've got another cracker for you. We have Canberra band Saint Sinner in the studio to talk about their latest EP, Hearts in Hands.
Yes, and we have Scrap Society, and they'll be in to chat all things crafty.
Tia will be reporting back to us from the Viral Food Festival held at Epic this past weekend, and she'll also be joining us a bit later as our resident Swiftie to discuss the huge Taylor Swift news that dropped earlier today.
I'm excited to hear about it, but it is just after 4 p.m. and currently 14 degrees here in Belconnen. And guys, send us a message throughout the show from our new text line. 0415 774 405 is the number, so send us a message.
Yes, and you can stay up to date with everything UCFM by following at UCFM_87.8. And if you're not already ready, tune in on iHeartRadio to listen to UCFM wherever you are. This is The Real Radio Show. I love it. Every time.
So cool.
Every time I'm leaving, driving home, it's still playing in my head. We'll start with our weekly icebreaker, and I'm bringing it to you, AJ, because it's been a pet peeve of mine that's happened this week. So I want to know from you, would you rather make a ham and cheese toastie from scratch, or another kind of toastie, or buy one that's frozen that you have to heat up in your own toastie maker?
Look, I'm all for, a fresh toastie. You make it at home, you get the nice bread, you get the cheese, you get the ham, you slap it together in the toastie machine and it comes out all delicious. I have zero desire to get a pre-made frozen one. I don't even like the ones here at UC, love and light to everyone, here at UC who sells a cheese toastie. But I don't know, there's nothing beats making it yourself.
I 100% agree, and I'm glad that we agree on this. I won't name and shame the brand that's made this frozen toastie, but I was shocked when I saw one of the easiest foods to craft. And it's fun. I love making a toastie.
You could put as much cheese as you want, as much ham as you want, as much whatever. You could put anything in there. You're really good.
And it takes no time at all, really. A minute to put everything together, a couple minutes on the toastie thing, you let it cool down for a minute.
Yep.
This frozen one, the instructions were saying 5 to 12 minutes on the toastie machine.
12 minutes?
Up to 12 minutes.
You are having a laugh. There's no way. Up to 12? No. At that point, it's like burnt.
Yeah, I think they're just covering all their bases. But it still just irked me.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't think I would buy that ever. Also, if I'm, buying a pre-made one, I'm putting it in the microwave, low key. Is that crazy to say?
I think it's a bit crazy. Do you have access to a toastie maker, a
yeah,
sandwich press?
I have access to it, but it's if I'm already love and light sad enough to be buying this frozen toastie, I'm chucking it in the microwave, I'm eating it, and I'm crying, and that's it.
I can respect that. Because another thing that irks me with it is a toastie, anything that's frozen, I'm chucking in the oven and forgetting about until it's sort of ready. A toastie, when I'm making it, by the time it's finished cooking, you've cleaned up all the stuff that you used to make it. This frozen one, I would forget about it because I'd just leave it there, go do something else. I'd come back and it's burnt to a crisp.
Burnt to a crisp in that toastie machine. There's love that goes into making a toastie from scratch. And you know what? Anyone who's buying one of those frozen ones, there is no love there. There is none, not a single drop. And that's what makes a toastie so good.
Is there any food that you think is good from frozen, better than fresh?
You shouldn't ask me this question because my diet is awful.
Is it just all frozen foods?
No, recently I've been eating like light and easy meals.
Light and easy's fine.
I think the ads really do it. The ads really make it look good. I don't know. Anyone at home who's eaten a light and easy meal, you guys will know. Because it's literally just a glorified, like microwave meal. But it's fine. I don't know. I think acceptable foods to put in the microwave, like noodles. I don't know, brother. I don't know. Either way.
2-minute noodles are, that's fine in the microwave.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
And microwave meals, they have a time and a place. You're not telling me every single dinner you're having light and easy, though, are you? Oh, no, I should have known when you said you were crying, cooking a toasty in the microwave.
Recently, it's not been, guys, my kitchen has been, guys, times are tough.
Interest rates just dropped.
I didn't expect to expose myself on live air today. Hey guys, anyone at home who is also going through stuff right now with the food and not cooking recently, guys, let us know, please. Make me feel better about myself. Because that is crazy.
Well, yeah, let us know if you're like AJ and doing it really tough. You can message us at UCFM_87.8 or text in at 0415 774405. Just like someone else has 088. A frozen pie is where it's at, but I'm glad AJ enjoying light and easy.
Oh my God.
You've got the supporters out there.
Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting me. And you know what? One day I'll make it into the kitchen. I'll make myself a nice toasty with love and no tears. There we go.
Oh, I can't wait for that day, AJ. I'm a bit worried for you now.
Everything's fine. No, guys, it's fine. After this, I'm going to have a proper meal and it's not going to be light and easy. But anyway. Speaking of food, we've tried a lot of food for The Real Radio Show, but this week, Tia dared to try food she's only seen online. Ooh. Everyone loves a viral food, and we've been talking about the Viral Food Festival that was held over the weekend at Thoroughbred Park. And have you seen any of the viral foods that were on, at the Viral Food Festival?
I've been under a rock for all this. I haven't seen anything.
No, do you remember the other week when we were talking about Labubu?
Oh, yes, I do remember.
I heard that they had Labubu bao, which you know what bao is?
Yes.
Like the little buns, yeah. And they had Labubu bao, which I didn't think that they were able to get. Just spoilers. I heard they had cheeseburgers that you dip in sauce. They had the Raising Cane's dupe, obviously Dubai chocolate.
Oh yeah, that's one I've heard of and was very underwhelmed with.
Mm-hmm, yes, I would have wanted to go, but I heard it was $5 entry and the rest you have to pay for yourself. And I don't know. I want to go, but my light and easy meals are keeping me full and fed. So I don't know. I want to hear all about it through Tia.
So $5 entry for the privilege to buy food.
Yes, the privilege to buy food. And there were rides. I heard. But we'll see because Tia tried all of that. And let's see what Tia managed to try and if the hype was all worth it.
We've made it to the Viral Food Festival. We're sitting in my car because it was a very, very busy road. There were cars backed up all the way. People are parked on the side. So we're going to go potentially stand in line forever and only get one thing. But here we are nonetheless. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling that's exactly what's going to happen.
So we've got our first purchase. We have found a place that did not have a massive queue and it was freeze-dried candy. We've got Zappos, Skittles, Nerd Clusters, Jolly Ranchers, which are American, right? I'm excited to try them.
Pretty sure.
It's very multicolored. Let me grab a photo. Producer Ray should be really proud of me. I'm taking photos of everything. Oh, let's get some Russell action. You're so welcome. Okay, we're grabbing something. Nerd Cluster. They're really weird texture. Okay, here we go. Nerd Cluster taste test. Cheers. Oh. I don't like that.
It's very hollow.
Oh. It's got a weird
texture.
A really weird texture. It's like, did you ever have freeze-dried apples?
Sometimes.
It's like that texture.
I feel like you gave me a freeze-dried apple at some point.
Well, okay, let's try another one. Let's try a Zappo. I was quite a fan of Zappos in my primary school days. Oh, mine's got...
I think that's the strawberries and cream.
Ah. Well, I'm going to try that then. You try the Zappo. Here we go. Oh, God. Mine didn't break.
It's a lot harder.
Oh, God.
It's more dense.
It's like breaking my teeth. Ow.
It has a lot more flavour.
Yeah. Oh, mine is so... My teeth are getting glued together. I should have brought water. It was highly unpleasant. Try strawberries and cream. You should suffer with me. Did yours stick to your teeth?
Not really.
No. All I can say is I'm glad I'm not going to the dentist tomorrow. They'd be like, what have you consumed in the past 24 hours? All right, we're going to go find another place. We've come to another area. Just keeps going. We thought it was one space, but it is extended greatly. Thoughts and feelings on venue part 3. I'm calling this venue part 3.
It's a lot more open.
It is. It's outside.
It's more like I don't know, festival type vibes, you know, like with the food vans and stuff instead of like, I don't know, stalls inside.
Yeah, we were kind of surprised. We went into the inside. We're going to call it venue part 2. And there was not food stalls, not viral food stalls. There was like handmade jewelry, like accessories. It was very confusing. In terms of these places that are here, we have Brisket Bulls, which is American barbecue, Mexican street food, dumplings, chicken. I don't know what the chicken is. I'm just calling it chicken. We have just had a tragedy hit us. We were in line to get souffle, dream souffles. They said it's as soft as your dreams. We were going to get strawberry and crispy biscuits. We were up in the line. We got to the front of the line and she said, we're just letting people know before we order that it is a 50-minute wait time. That is 50, nearly an hour for a dream soft souffle. We decided that it was not worth it. We've now found the rainbow slushies because everyone's carrying these light bulbs that are flashing and you drink from them, and we believe they're not flashing though. These are just slushies. I want a flashing one. Where are the flashing light bulbs?
Ask someone.
But where have they all gone? This is the thing. It is very confusing. A very confusing layout. So far we've only had the freeze-dried candy because a 50-minute wait time is kind of crazy. And then all the other ones are just long lines. So maybe we will have to get the slushie if this is all we can get without time here. We've been hit with several closed, sold-out signs. The Labubu buns, which is the most devastating thing. Were you so hyped for a Labubu bun, Rob?
I was so hyped.
What type of Labubu were you hoping to get? You're looking at me like that's an odd question.
Honestly, anything, you know, just whatever they had.
But sold out. So no Labubu. Oh no, we found the Slam Pro wrestlers again. No. Oh gosh, if Bronson United is listening, I'm so sorry I mispronounced it. So the Labubu buns were sold out. The Red Chef pastries were sold out. What else was sold out? Cotton candy was sold out. And what's the time? Oh, there's the Mad Hatter and Jedi's. It's 8 o'clock. So it's meant to finish in 2 hours, and many, many places are selling out. We need to stop walking towards the Slam Pro wrestlers. This is not funny.
And all that you will remember is the victory of hostile Jack Osborne.
This isn't food. This isn't viral food. Are they going to eat viral food? Slam Pro wrestlers. Okay, big entrance by Skater Boy. Oh, he's got a skateboard. He's committed. The girl cannot make it any more obvious. All I can see is his skateboard in the air.
Oh, now he's naked.
He's naked? What?
Nah, he's got the belt.
Oh. Maybe this is going to put people off the viral food. Have they thought about that?
I don't know, maybe it's putting them back on it.
I don't know. My appetite is slowly losing. This is intimidating. Okay, enough chit chat, guys, please. I need to get back to my viral food.
Just like push each other.
Oh.
Oh. Let's go find some viral food.
Let's go find viral food. Leave the men to it. We have miraculously found the light bulb lemonade in a very discreet looking tent. Drink in hand. It has a little light. Oh, that's a very bright light in my eye. Thank you. We went for the tropical lemonade. All right, give it a sip. I'm expecting you to start flashing too, in a weird way.
It just
go down. Yeah, what do you think?
It does taste like tropical, but it's not very lemonade-y.
Okay, let me try.
It's sort of like juice.
It's odd. It's very tropical. It is like a tropical juice.
Yeah.
Well, we have to find something else to eat because we've only tried freeze-dried candy and flashing light bulb lemonade.
Yeah, I fear we're going to have to stand in a line for that.
I think we are. We are going to have to brave a line. We have chosen the dumpling stand because it looked like a short line, but it's a slow line. Oh, we're moving. We're moving. We moved one person.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Food in hand. Here we go. Robin's taste test. You went for the pork and chive in the end. Was your final decision? Taking a bite.
Yeah, it tastes good. There wasn't as much filling as I'd hoped.
Yeah, it does look quite empty. It is quite hollow. We seem to be choosing things that are hollow. What with our freeze-dried candy and now these. Have we only had 2 things? And the drink?
Facts.
We've been here for like 2 hours. We have finished off the dumplings and are going back to our freeze-dried lollies as a little sweet treat. We had the Jolly Ranchers. They were so awful. I would give it a -5 out of 10. I've never had a normal Jolly Rancher in real life, but it was awful. It was like pink dishwashing liquid, and I did not enjoy a single minute of it. I enjoyed the second that it was gone. Finally managed to get the famed Dubai chocolate churro. I mean, it's not the normal Dubai chocolate, but it is of essence, and I'm not knowing how it's going to come out. Do you know anything about the Dubai chocolate, or have I just dragged you into this?
I know nothing.
This is very exciting. You're going to have a world of a time. I also discovered that it's really fun to think when you're near the front of the line, because we were standing in that line for quite a while. And when we got to the front, I turned to Robin and I said, I'm quite excited that we're at the front of the line. Churros have arrived. You have your churro and you have to dip it in the chocolate and then the green, presumably pistachio pieces. And then I don't know what the green stuff is.
What is this green stuff?
I don't know. Let's try it. Let me dip my finger in. Ooh, okay, it's just pistachio. It's like pistachio sauce.
I can taste the different components.
Does it work?
I think so. Like the chocolate, it's got like subtle chocolate, and then the pistachio is there, and then the cinnamon, I guess.
Yeah.
One doesn't overpower the other.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I don't hate it. You're right, they don't overpower each other, but I don't think they work well. We're struggling with the last churro. We made it through 2 of them, but they are very filling. I don't rate Dubai chocolate things. I don't get the hype. I'd honestly rate it like a 4 out of 10. I was quite disappointed in it. I feel like we just clung as a society to this Dubai chocolate, and we should not have. It had its time in the sun, but I think we need to let it go. Looking around at the atmosphere, I should have said earlier, there were rides and there's a Dodgem car thing over there with a man who was telling us his life story. We were hearing about his wife. There's a Ferris wheel that's going, I'd say that's quite a fast Ferris wheel. There's a Bluey bouncing castle over there, which I'm sure would be very popular during the day. There's little spinning teacups, sideshow alley games. There was show bags. There's a lot of stuff here. So it was a whole festival. I was quite surprised by how festival-y it felt. Okay, we're back in the car. It was very busy. I think that was my big thing. I think if we'd gone early in the afternoon, because it opened at 4 p.m. yesterday, if we'd been there, I feel like when it opened, because there were a lot of school kids here, I think. So if we'd went at 4, the chances of there being school kids were, I feel like, very low. Or, I mean, this was open from 10 till 12 today. Yeah. So I feel like, again, if you'd been here early in the morning, it would not have been as busy. But, yeah, it was an interesting experience. I'm glad we went. I'm glad we tried the Dubai chocolate.
Yeah.
But overall, it was pretty good. My taste buds have been... They don't know what to think.
Viralized.
They have been viralized, to quote the man on the microphone. Well, this is Robin and Tia.
Signing off.
Back to you at the UCFM studio.
Thank you for that lovely package, Tia. I think we've got to stop with all these food ones in the middle of the show because I'm starving now.
Yeah, getting hungry on air, guys. Send us pizza.
Send AJ light and easy.
Yeah, send me a light and easy. No, save me from the light and easy. Oh my goodness, Jesus Christ.
Was there anything you heard that Tia tried that you thought, I have to try and find this?
I also agree with the Dubai chocolate, kind of craze. I also do agree, the Dubai chocolate has, graced the world and it should make its departure very soon. I don't think pistachios and chocolate are that exciting. Sue me. What do you think, Jay?
That's a hot take. I'm not huge on pistachio either. Huge on chocolate.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I get it, but it's kind of just like Nutella, but different,
I get you.
Like the nuts and chocolate.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Exactly. Anyway, that's enough of the food. Gee whiz.
Good afternoon from the Our Newsroom. I'm Alison Kennelly. Yesterday, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese officially declared that Australia will recognise a Palestinian state at the United Nations General Assembly in September.
When we recognise the long-held and legitimate aspirations of the people of Palestine, we are also upholding and strengthening our commitment to the people of Israel and their right to live in freedom, security and safety.
Australia joins nearly 150 of the 193 UN member states in recognising a Palestinian statehood. However, only a fraction of Western countries do, including France, the United Kingdom, Canada and Malta. In local news, the ACT government has plans to revamp Telstra Tower ahead of its opening as a tourist attraction in 2027. Chief Minister Andrew Barr revealed in a recent update that Telstra Tower will include a visitor information centre along with new adventure tourism experiences. While few concrete decisions have been made yet, a government spokesperson said these could include elevated external walks, tethered base jumping, zip lines, climbing courses, and other similar activities. Now moving into sport, the Sydney Roosters are upset with the grounds at Allianz Stadium, describing them as slippery, wet, and not too crash hot. This comes before the $828 million Moore Park venue gets ready to host 4 back-to-back rugby league games in just 3 days, as part of the NRL's Gardu Gathering. And for a quick weather check, it is currently 14 degrees here in Canberra, sunny conditions expected until 5 p.m, getting down to 3 degrees overnight. And that's the latest from the OWL newsroom.
Thank you, Alison, for the news. Cool news today.
Of course, AJ. Anytime.
Yes, now tell us about Telstra Tower, that revamp,
Yeah.
Zip lines, base jumping. What?
It's getting a full facelift. It's been...
A facelift?
I know. Since 2021, it's been closed down. I can't even remember the last time I went to Telstra Tower, so it's been a while. But yeah, they're trying to make it a full-on, nationwide, international tourist attraction.
Interesting.
Kind of like the Sydney Eye or those sorts of big things. I'm excited for ziplining.
It's such an interesting thing. How do you feel about that, James?
I think it's awesome because
Same.
Telstra Tower is so synonymous with Canberra. If you're driving back from Sydney, when you come over the hill, you see it there.
Mm-hmm.
When you're landing in a plane, you see it. Driving around town, it's just so Canberra. And to have it shut down for so long just felt like a part of the city wasn't quite there. Because I remember the spinning restaurant that was up there.
I ever went to that, because when did that close down? A long time ago, didn't it?
A long time ago, yeah. It feels like ages.
I did. Last time I went back there, I think it was probably 2017, 2018. That was just before it closed, I believe. Because I don't know when that closed, didn't it?
Yeah, a long time. A long time coming for it. Base jumping sounds
crazy.
Interesting.
Imagine you're driving
From the
back and
top.
you see a little person flying
Exactly.
in the sky.
Exactly.
Very cool. We'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, very interesting. Well, thank you very much, Alison, for that news. Well, James, I want to know this about you. I actually don't know if you are a crafty person or not. Are you?
Not particularly. I think it's skipped a generation. My mum is really into her knitting.
You can get into it, girl. You can get into it.
I know, but her, the jumpers she makes me, way better than anything I could do. So I'll stick with that.
Well, crafting doesn't just have to be knitting. It can be so much more. And as a crafty person myself, I'm always on the lookout for super fun things to do around Canberra. Now, James, since you're not necessarily the most crafty person, have you actually heard of this new thing called Scrap Society? Have you?
No.
Wow. Scrap Society runs evenings full of fun activities from scrapbook making, sculpting, and even, coming up soon, a wellness event with meditation and matcha. Ooh.
Whoa, my intrigue is
very
piqued.
cool. You might want to check it out. And in the studio today, we've got the creator of Scrap Society, Brooke Corkhill. Welcome, Brooke.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. What an introduction.
What a great introduction. We just got to hype you up. It's been amazing. We were queening out beforehand. But tell us a little bit about, what inspired you to start Scrap Society.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I really wanted to attend events like this. I think it was one of those things where I saw these sort of events happening, particularly in New York, sometimes in Australia, but only really Sydney, Melbourne, very infrequently, if that. And so I saw it happening and I was like, I want to go to one of these so badly. And if someone else isn't going to start it in the nation's capital, I guess it's going to have to be me. I'm going to have to get into it. Yeah. That was, I think, the key inspiration, as well as just wanting opportunities to meet new people with similar interests. But yeah.
Ooh, crafty.
That's good. I respect the hustle. If no one else is doing it, do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Become the thing that you want to see, I guess.
Yeah, and how long ago did you get started with, Scrap Society?
Well, is that a weird way to say? We registered the ABN.
That's very professional.
By we, I mean me. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I registered the ABN in late December. So it was almost like a New Year's kickoff,
Nice,
if you will.
nice. New Year's resolution.
Yeah, New Year, you knew me.
Yes, love it.
A little bit. But yeah, the first event was late March. So we've done 4 since then and have a bunch more planned for the rest of the year. But it's taken off a lot quicker than I originally thought it was going to, which has been amazing. Yeah.
Oh, that's great to hear. And how has it changed from the first event to now?
What a wonderful question. I think with the first event, I had no expectations. I was kind of almost expecting it because I had run some private craft nights for my close friends sort of like end of last year. I'm a bit of a crafty girl, shockingly. But I think I was sort of expecting maybe my friends would come and a couple of strangers, but nothing like kind of the response that ended up happening, which was like the event selling out, dare I say, something like weeks before we actually hosted it, which was crazy. So that was 65 people. Wow. And then the second event, I was like, I don't want it to sell out as quickly. So we did a much bigger venue at the Ainsley Arts Centre of 120. That sold out weeks before. And then it's kind of been, the third one was in Melbourne. So a very different, fun, awesome Melbourne crowd vibe. And then the fourth one in Canberra, I found... Sorry, this was a roundabout way of answering that question, but it almost changed in the sense that the process was streamlined a little bit, and it's always nice. I have my close friends attending and helping with the event, and then I guess knowing more people, like the people who have come back for multiple events, being able to like see friendly faces and stuff like that. But yes, it's only gotten bigger and more fun and better, I would say.
Yes, I'd hope so. And it sounds like it too. I mean, it sounds like you guys are creating, a great community out of all of this as well. What a beautiful thing to, especially to come out of Canberra. Yeah,
it sounds like there was a real appetite there for this to be created. You found a real gap in the market, and everyone's getting around it.
Exactly. A bit of a business jargon gap in the market and such.
Yes. Oh, you said ADM.
No, very much. Yeah. No, I do commerce at uni, so it's within me. It's within me, within the crafty girl.
Using your degree.
Yes, we love to see it. We love to see it. Shout out mum and dad. I am using it. Look at that.
That is awesome. Now, people at home who are listening, I mean, who have never heard of Scrap Society before, what would they be able to expect from, going to a Scrap Society event?
Of course. Well, typically, so we've run events just as Scrap Society, also with other businesses. So you can expect some like fun collaborations and things like that. You can expect sort of a crafty time where you can just pour into your own cup and be creative and have fun for a few hours. Probably have some yummy drinks and food. Nice. But also meet some really friendly people. I don't know what it is about craft or creative events specifically, but just everyone who comes just seems to be really wholesome and heartwarming. So I would say guaranteed friends.
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. I can't fully guarantee, but I think it's a guaranteed opportunity to make friends, definitely. Yeah.
For sure. I love that, and I'd be super keen to be part of this. Like,
well, of course. Send you the ticket link right now. Yeah, please do.
I'll be there.
And you've said this has been growing for a little time now. You're collaborating with big brands like Lululemon for events like your wellness session. Are there any brands or charities that you're looking to collaborate with in the future?
Oh my gosh, that's such an amazing question. Yeah, well, we've had the opportunity to work with Vinnie's on our first event, which was amazing, and thrift loads of stuff, because there's so much at the thrift that can be used for like collaging secondhand books, cute vases for decor, all of those fun things. And Lululemon was definitely a massive, insane bucket list collaboration.
So cool.
Very cool. We love them. But there's a French brand so niche called Haricots Verts, which operate in New York. It means green beans in French, which I think is even more fun. I am obsessed with them, and their brand, and Martina's Tiny Store, which is a bit niche, but I feel like any crafty girls will know exactly what I'm talking about. They have like beautiful stickers and stuff. They operate out of Sydney, and we have run one event with them, but I would love to continue working with them, and we might be doing something exciting book launch related in November, Canberra.
Well, we'll have to have you back on to talk about that.
Yes, I'd love to come back.
And you know, with how busy, you know, Scrap Society has become, I don't doubt that you'll get those sponsors or get those collaborative people coming in with you as well. Now, obviously, Scrap Society is not only just a space for people to come and craft, but also for people to come and make new friends, like you said before, and connect with others. So I want to ask you, you know, with the lack of third spaces now becoming more difficult, you know, it's hard to find them.
Completely.
How important do you believe third spaces like this are for the community?
So vital. I think the amazing friendships I've been able to make over the last few years in third spaces and environments where we kind of have a common thread, like you play the same sport, you like the same artist, TS12 for anyone listening, shout out, or you have the same hobby, something like this that can kind of connect you and start the conversation is so important. I've also found at my events something that kind of takes the pressure off meeting new people is that you're not having to sit down and just, hey, could you chat to this new person? Instead of that, you get to sit down, you're doing something with your hands, with the collaging or scrapbooking or journaling, or we're hosting a pottery painting event soon. So something like that, whatever you're doing, you're able to kind of focus on something else. So if the conversation isn't immediately flowing, you can do that, and then you can turn and speak to other people as well or start the conversation. But yeah, I think those sort of things are so important. Friendships are like the soul of life. They're definitely the soul of my life, I would say. So it's so important to have opportunities to meet kind people like that.
For sure. Definitely.
That sounds really beautiful. And where can people find tickets for these events?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. What a nice tie-in. We have a website, which is just, I think it's scrapsociety.square.com, something like that. But if you look up Scrap Society, it should be the first thing to come up, or Scrap Society Canberra. I would recommend following along on Instagram if you're interested, Scrap Society _, because that's where I'm posting the most frequent updates. But there's also a Facebook and a TikTok and things like that, trying to keep up with the kids, the next generation. I'm 22, so it's actually not that bad. But yes, all of those things. Yeah.
For sure, definitely. And we'll check it out. And I heard that there is an event coming up soon on the 31st of August.
Yes,
Sunday on the 31st of August, Sculpt and Scrap event. The tickets are on sale, I bet, on your website.
Yes, we have about 10 left for the afternoon session, guys. So it'll be 2 sessions, 40 people for each. Matcha included from Teddy's Matcha, a pastry, under bakery, all of the yummy things. It's going to be so much fun. I think it'll be a really wholesome Sunday reset vibe.
Nice. I'm super excited for it, and I'm going to look at those tickets coming up soon. Guys, maybe there'll be an AJ Tries going to Scrap Society.
Oh my gosh.
Better do it quickly. Only 10 left. Brooke,
Yeah,
thank
I
you
know.
so much
Of
for joining
course.
us. AJ, you might have to do it now while we play our song. Well, for anyone that hasn't been on the internet in the last couple hours, the biggest story right now is the announcement that Taylor Swift is releasing a new album. Thankfully, at The Real Radio Show, we have our own resident Swiftie who we go to for any breaking Taylor news. Tia, thank you for joining us to break down this exciting bombshell that's been dropped.
I'm so happy to be here. I texted you guys immediately. I was like, get me on the show. Let me talk.
Well, we love that you're here to talk about this. Just start us off for anyone that hasn't been paying attention. What's the go with the new album being dropped?
Yes, so very out of the blue, very within the last 24 hours sort of thing. Taylor Nation, which is sort of like the official Taylor Swift fan account, posted, I think at 12:12 I'm getting confused. No, they posted last night, I think. And it was 12 photos of Taylor Swift in orange outfits from the Eras tour, and everyone was like, 12, that's the next album number. And then Taylor Nation posted another little Instagram snippet saying something exciting happening. And then a countdown popped up on her website with an orange background, and it was this countdown till 12:12 in America, so midday, which for us was 2:12 in the afternoon. And then the extra thing that happened was that Travis Kelce, obviously her boyfriend, he's got his own little podcast with his brother, and they put up like a special podcast coming soon with a very special guest. And the Swifties, the magical masterminds that they are, found out that the silhouette that they'd put on this little teaser photo was Taylor Swift's silhouette. And then fast forward 1 hour later, they released another little snippet confirming it is Taylor Swift there. And then everyone's watching this countdown, tick down. It's a whole thing, guys. Tick down. It's revealed that she is announcing this new album called The Life of a Showgirl.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I definitely knew that Taylor Swift, was one for all the sneaky codes and, getting her fans to guess things. All of her fans, I swear, are like hackers now, because this is crazy how, there's been so many sneak peeks, but people have just figured it out so quickly. What do you mean, they're figuring out her silhouette in a thing? That's actually insane.
I mean, to be fair, it was a very recognizable silhouette, I think. It was very much like the hair outline, and I was like, that's Taylor Swift.
The hair.
The hair. Crazy. I could tell from the way the hair was sitting. It's a whole level of knowing. It's bizarre.
Well, I just have to say that I'm glad Swifties are using their powers for good and not evil. Were you expecting the countdown and the announcement to be an album, or did you think it could have been something else, an engagement perhaps, or anything like that?
Gosh, the amount of times that I've been like, no, Reputation Taylor's version is coming, and then it hasn't come. I'd given up on hoping that it was anything like that. I think I was definitely thinking this is going to be an album. I was either thinking that or it was going to be a documentary of the Eras tour, because there was a lot of cameras following her around on stage during the last few shows, which we've never had any of the footage back from that. So that's still a big question mark as to what's coming. But UCFM regular Rosie, she also commented, she said to me that the documentary could still be coming along similar lines, The Life of a Showgirl. Like, that's a very documentary style name. So I think that those could go hand in hand. But I didn't want to get my hopes up that it was a whole album. I was thinking like it's just going to be another merch drop because they've done similar things in the past. So I was very pleasantly surprised that it was in fact an album.
Interesting. We've already talked about this, how Taylor Swift is not my number one, but she's definitely, she's there. It's all right. It's okay. Don't kill me. Now, do you expect this, to rank, higher than Reputation? Ooh, or are you not?
I did not hear what that question was. Sorry.
Are you expecting it to rate higher than Reputation? You've holding it really high.
This is the thing. So she's also then, after the announcement of the album title, Swifties found that she'd created a playlist on her Spotify account called That's Show Business, Baby. Playlist all with, I don't know how many songs it is, but it's songs from some of her other albums. So it's 1989, Reputation, and Red. And they are all very upbeat, fun, glitter gel pen songs, as she calls them. So I'm thinking this is going to be the vibe of the album. And if this is the vibe of the album, it's just some of my top favorite songs. I think this might become my new favorite album, dare I say.
Ooh.
Well, that is a big call from you, Tia. Thank you for joining us this afternoon to talk us through this news and give us your little predictions for the album.
Absolutely.
Good evening from the OWL Newsroom. I'm Alison Kennelly. An investigation by Triple J Hack has uncovered allegations of young Australians being sexually harassed and even encouraged to take their own lives by AI chatbots. Research suggests that while AI chatbots can offer assistance, they lack the nuanced understanding and emotional sensitivity required to handle delicate mental health issues. AI experts are calling on the government to introduce legislation that better regulates AI chatbots to protect young and vulnerable people. A surge in support for more sheltered dining options in Garema Place has led to over 2,200 signatures in just 1 week. The petitions, launched by Via Dolce's owner Joel Pelle, come in response to the Via Dolce gazebo removal. They demand Garema Place allow shelters that are more suitable to Canberra's climate. The public outcry has prompted a Legislative Assembly committee inquiry into the new outdoor dining restrictions. In a controversial move, US President Donald Trump has deployed the National Guard in Washington, D.C. and seized control of the city's police force. In a White House press conference on Monday, Trump stated Washington, D.C. was one of the most dangerous cities in the world, claiming a murder rate higher than Bogota or Mexico City, despite violent crime being at a 30-year low. The federal takeover is expected to be in effect for 30 days. Experts say the climate crisis is delivering a sharp rise in dengue fever cases across the Pacific Islands, as infections hit their highest level in a decade and several countries declare emergencies. Deputy Director General of the Pacific Community, Dr. Paula Vivilli, says that while dengue outbreaks were historically seasonal, due to climate change, transmission seasons are lengthening and some areas are experiencing year-round dengue risk. This year alone, the Pacific Island countries and territories have reported 16,500 confirmed cases and 17 deaths. Indonesian locals have adopted the emblem of popular Japanese anime One Piece as a symbol of resistance. As the country prepares to celebrate Independence Day on August 17th, the flag has been increasingly used by protesters as a form of peaceful dissent against government policies. Social media users say they chose the Jolly Roger flag as a sign of defiance because it symbolized courage and rebellion against oppression. President Prabowo Subianto acknowledged the display as an expression of creativity. However, other authorities, such as Political and Security Affairs Minister Budi Gunawan, said the government would take firm action if there were any deliberate acts of flying the pirate flag on Indonesia's Independence Day. In April this year, the National Zoo and Aquarium welcomed its first lion cub in more than 20 years. They officially presented her to the public on Sunday as part of World Lion Day. Named after the Swahili word for unity, baby Naira is the first lion born at the Canberra Zoo since 2002, and the first for her mum Nairibi and dad Malinzi. According to the general manager of Jamala Wildlife Lodge, Amanda Mead, Naira has already developed a very sassy personality. Moving on to sport, the AFL has welcomed their first men's player with a Vietnamese background. Jaden Nguyen repped the Essendon jersey as he held his own against Sydney star Tom Papley on Saturday. Despite the Bombers' 14-point defeat, Nguyen's appearance was an important milestone for Southeast Asian representation within the AFL community. The 19-year-old says he's grateful for the support he's received.
Yeah, it means a lot. I'm pretty wrapped with the support I've gotten over the last few days from the Vietnamese community and Asian community in general.
And Snoop Dogg is set to perform at the AFL Grand Final next month. The American rapper has developed a close association with elite sport in recent years, including performing at the 2002 Super Bowl and appearing as a special correspondent for American broadcaster NBC during the Paris Olympics. A quick weather check, it is currently 13 degrees in Canberra, sunny conditions until sunset, getting down to 3 degrees overnight. And that's the latest from the OWL newsroom.
Thank you, Alison, for the news once again.
Of course.
Check out that baby lion.
Yes.
What? That's
Naira.
so cute. Naira.
Naira.
What a beautiful
Yeah.
little name. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. You know, lion's one of my favorites, and I did, hear that Snoop Dogg thing going on over there.
Yeah.
Snoop Lion.
Snoop
maybe.
Lion. I think James said that.
Yeah,
What is
Snoop
this?
Dogg.
What
That's
do
a
you mean?
throwback. So a number of years ago, like artists, they changed their name. The artist formerly known as Prince, and then he became
Yes.
Prince again.
Yes.
Sort of the same thing with Snoop Dogg. He became Snoop Lion. I think he did a reggae album, and then he turned back into Snoop Dogg.
I wonder what the inspiration was behind being a lion as opposed to a dog. I mean, I would like to argue that a lion is a bit more majestic than a dog, but
I feel like it's a big jump to
Very
go
much
from
so.
dog to lion. Why
wouldn't
not
want to be like
lion
Snoop
cub?
Cat,
Snoop Cat. Maybe that was
Snoop
where people were
Cat.
getting confused because a lion is a cat.
Maybe
Yeah.
he'll reveal his new name at the grand final.
Yeah.
You never know, Snoop Cat. It could happen.
We'll
make
keep
it happen.
an eye out. We'll keep an eye on.
Yeah.
We'll think about that in the news for next week, won't we?
Yes, we
Ooh
will.
la la.
What's your favourite genre, AJ?
Oh, recently I've been loving a bit of folk, loving a bit of like, indie rock type of stuff. I'm all over the place. You already know that though.
That's pretty cool. Well, if you're all over the place, our next interview here might be the music that you've been looking for. They are a band that does it everything. blending the conventional genres of music, combining metal, rock, punk and pop to create a musical experience like no other.
Ooh.
The band's first EP, aptly named Identity Crisis, released last year to industry acclaim, helping them book shows all over the country. The band are back in 2025 with their new EP, Hearts in Hands, which released last week. Joining us in the studio is Saint Sinner drummer and guitarist Caleb Jonas and Sam Thornhill. Caleb and Sam, thank you for coming in.
Cheers, thanks for having us.
What's going on, you see?
I love that energy. First, can you just tell us in your own words what Saint Sinner is? I just described so many genres of music.
I think Saint Sinner is probably best described as just 4 boys trying to make it out, having fun while doing it, just being influenced and trying to influence, really. I don't know. But mostly having a good time.
Hell yeah, couldn't say it better myself.
Cheers, mate.
Well, that's what music's all about. Can you take us back to the beginning of Saint Sinner a number of years ago and talk us through how the band's formation started?
Well, it all started one day I was playing with my old band featuring Mr. Sam here.
Yo.
Just our, the college startup, getting it out there. And then I think I was approached I think it was like the Polo, shout out the Polo, like yonks ago, asking if I wanted to drum on a project. I was like, yeah, right, give it a red hot go. And since then we had a little bit of fun, had a couple like member changes up, but eventually we got Mr. Samuel in here, and he's risen to shredding stardom.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Yeah, came in and changed it all up for the better.
Yeah, we've been through a lot of like genre changes, which again, I guess kind of speaks to how we're kind of all over the shop because we all listen to a little bit of everything. But I think the lineup now is it. I think we all have a pretty set idea of what we want sound wise, and even though we all listen to a little bit of everything, I think we know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just talked about adding new members and changing things around, adding a new guitar player. What has that new addition got for you guys moving forward?
I think mostly it's just to have another person on stage. With just 3 of us, it can be kind of empty on one side, so it's good to have someone else there. But it's also really good because Ryan is very like-minded to us. It's having him in the writing room, especially. He speaks our language, and it kind of worked, kind of gelled, so we'll see how it goes, but so far, good boy.
Yeah, very lucky with that, man.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. Hopefully big things coming from you guys then. You shouted out the Polo just before as a venue in Canberra. Can you give us your thoughts on the state of Canberra's music venue at the moment, or the lack thereof for local artists?
I think it more depends what kind of sound you're trying to push. Like I know in our kind of scene, There's a couple of venues out there, but I know the main go-to, and like fair enough, because absolutely go-to venue, shout out the Baso, with the Abyss Room on the side as well. Great for if you want to do a little small kind of show with a couple local bands. I mean, or even if you want to bring someone down, it's just great kind of vibe because got that very intimate feel compared to like a massive room. But like with the intimate shows, you can really, see everybody in the crowd, get the people working, definitely get involved.
Also, shout out to the Hub and the Refractory.
Yes.
Especially the Refractory. It's a great place for massive bands to come through and kind of let Canberra in on what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do love all the UC venues that we've got here.
Definitely. And I love all the music that's been coming out of, from you guys recently. Now, you've just released a new EP, Hearts in Hands. What was the inspiration behind your latest release?
It's really hard to pinpoint because it comes from everywhere. We're all always listening to different stuff. So every week we'd meet at Rory's and pretty much come out with a different sounding song. But the whole album is sort of centered around this sort of lore story we're trying to tell, big encapsulating thing. But each sound on the record is coming from a different place, a different vibe.
Oh, awesome.
Rory being the singer, by the way.
Yeah, the member that didn't want to come today. We got the 2 best.
Oh, thanks.
Cheers, mate.
That's what I'm hearing. Speaking of the best, do you 2 have a favourite track on this new EP?
Go on.
I would probably say Feel It for me, just because I don't know what it is about that song. I like all the songs we make, obviously, but I don't know, that song, like chorus, like it's one that it's the earworm for me. It's the one that always gets stuck to my head. And I don't know, just good variety of stuff going on there, good fun to play on the drums. There's a lot of vocal parts that I think Rory absolutely smashed out the park. I don't know. It's hard to kind of glaze yourself, but I can't find anything bad to say about that song, in my opinion.
Caleb did a great job on the drums on that one. I'd probably have to say the last track, A Terrible Thing to Remember, which was a very late addition to the record. It almost didn't make it on there, but I pushed for it very hard, and Rory was very keen and turned out very well, and is now my go-to.
No, I got to say, that was one of my favourites on the track as well. That slight shift from the tone of the rest of the EP. I know in some previous projects you guys have slowed it down for the back end, and I love that you kept that going in this project.
Thanks.
We're going to throw to my favourite song here, Alive, in just a minute, but I just have a text in from Zoe B. Great show, guys. Love the new Saint Sinner EP too, and have a question for Caleb. As a drummer with a good sense of timing, are you also good at being on time for things outside of music?
Ooh, no comment.
Oh, that's... Oh.
Thank you for
that
that
means
question,
yes.
Zoe.
That means yes, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Smart way to play that.
That was Alive by Saint Sinner. Here in the studio today we have them as well. From their new release, their second EP, Hearts in Hands. Now, that one and its video, actually, guys, got a run on Rage. How did it feel having your music playing on a station synonymous with Australian music?
Oh, it's definitely weird at first seeing it. Like, we first heard about it coming up, we almost didn't believe it, really, because I don't know about Caleb, but like Rage has always been around when I was really young.
Yeah,
so
super
it's
massive too, hey?
Yeah, definitely. So it's feels a bit odd, but once I saw we're on there, jeez.
Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing yourself on the telly. Like, obviously, these days you can just like Chromecast and like put YouTube on the TV, but it's like, I couldn't turn it off if I wanted to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, live to air. Super scary, guys. Super scary.
Very sick, though.
It's a great music video. I encourage anyone that hasn't seen it to go and check it out.
Yes.
You just want to talk a little bit about the production of that video? Because it looks like you've stepped up another level from the other projects that you guys have put online.
The weird thing about the Alive video is the production is actually a massive step back. We've done a lot of it ourselves. A good friend of ours, Nico, shout out Nico, shot the entire thing for us. Ren, for all her directing, great, nice. Rory did all the editing himself in his house. So
in his den.
But yeah, we're really proud with how it turned out. Kayla and I found that location, the Canberra Railway Museum. Shout out to those guys as well. They were lovely.
Yeah. Huge ups.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And, going on tour, you guys are gearing up to go back on tour. Where are you guys looking forward to performing the most? We were talking about venues before. Besos are coming up.
Nothing Canberra planned at the moment. I think the most hectic thing we got planned is, so we're doing a September run with a band called Melancholia, another band called Apaid, and...
Ooh.
Come on.
Being tested here.
Oh, dude.
I know Saint Sinner.
Saint Sinner as well.
There. I'm a terrible human being, so I can't forget the other band. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, though. But
right.
Another really sick band. I know they're all incredibly sick bands, but it's our first, like, proper back-to-back-to-back, like, couple of shows. So I think it's, like, Brisbane is on the Thursday, Sydney on the Friday, Melbourne on the Saturday, and then Adelaide on the Sunday. That's our first time doing anything like that. We've got a cute little RV booked, so we're going to be snug as a bug in a rug together.
It's going to be cozy, yeah.
Yeah, going to be very cozy.
That sounds like a hectic couple of days.
It's going to be a very cool experience, yeah. We'll either love it or hate it, but got to do it.
And you guys have been performing, doing these sort of tours, maybe not this tight, for a while. Do you have a favourite venue or a favourite city to perform in?
I got to say Sydney. We usually get the best response. It's pretty close to us. The venues there are mad. I don't know if I have a favourite one that we've played out there, though.
I want to say one of the nicest venues we've ever done. It's 50-50 for me. There was the Valley Loft in Brisbane, which was really sick because I think it's more designed for like DJs and stuff, although it sounded great there with bands. They just have a lot of really cool like light displays. Like you can have whatever you want come from the ceiling and like dance on the floor. It's pretty sick. And then shout out in Ballarat.
Oh, damn. yeah, there was that Ballarat venue that I can't remember the name
Oh
of.
my god, the name is slipping and it sucks because like literally you ask me any other day of the week and I'd be able to tell you.
Oh,
You'll
we
get
are,
it 5 minutes after you walk
Yeah.
out of here.
Oh,
we are-
absolutely.
we are so good.
But shout out just the scene in Ballarat because oh my god,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Really did not expect how hard they would go.
I think we were expecting to turn up to like a shed full of animals, but when we got there, it's a mad space, and yeah, as Caleb said, the Ballarat homies, they popped
what's
off.
that? What's that little place that you can go to in Ballarat where they go back to like the 1800s? Would you perform there?
If they'd have us, yes, we'd love to.
I forgot what it's called. Oh, it's
Sounds
like
to be
one.
a theme around
Do we get to
here at the
dress up?
moment.
Yeah, you go to like it's like they pretend to be in the gold mines. You be digging for gold whilst also performing your song.
Yeah, right.
Sounds pretty
Yeah,
cool.
okay. Mad.
There's a new music video idea for you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Hey
Cool.
guys, you better credit us.
It was the Volta. The Volta in Ballarat. Absolutely smashing venue.
There you go. You got it. Got that phone out, looking it up.
Yeah.
Now, Caleb, I've got a
No.
question. Yeah, guys, sorry, the radio, you can't see it, it's not there. Now, I've got a question for you, Caleb. You know, I'm assuming you've been doing this for a long time. How did you get into drumming?
So I am a fidgety little feline, and I unfortunately was like an absolute just terror upon my schooling classmates all my life. Was a bit of a tapper, fidgeter, just like constantly smashing stuff.
Pencils
Not
on the
smashing,
desk,
but like, you know how it'd be. And I think it just, just really into music as well. Thankfully, I got a very musical family, which was pretty huge too. So I think just 2 and 2 kind of came together. Came to the point where I was just constantly begging for a drum kit. My parents, shout out my parents, got me a little like, cheeky electronic drum kit just to see if I'd actually like get into it. Practice like every single day for a couple of years, and then here we are now.
I'm glad to see the journey's paid off. What about for you, Sam, with the guitar?
Well, my father's always been around music, and music's always been around my life, but it mainly started when I was in high school, and my mate Henry said, we should start a band and you should learn guitar. And I went, all right. And then I ended up joining these boys. Sorry, Henry. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
It sounds like a classic discovering music, playing guitar, joining a band in high school story.
Yeah.
If you'd go back and you had to pick another instrument to learn and play, is there something that you'd pick, or do you think you'd be straight into the guitar or the drums?
I think guitar was always there for me. I like the idea of drums, but that's a lot of stuff to lug around. So, and my dad being a guitarist as well, it kind of came naturally, and he had a lot of guitars around the house that I could smash up and have a go at. But yeah,
Chew on.
Yeah, chew on. I really couldn't see myself playing anything else but guitar.
What about you, Caleb?
I think piano. Piano would be sick. Just
Imagine lugging
because
around that, though.
No, but that's the beauty of the 21st century, mate, is they all got like little mini MIDI pads. And I think that's, again, where piano would be really sick, because the way you can translate that, you can just get a piano, put whatever sounds you want on it, do a fart remix.
Yeah, it's never too.
That's the beauty of music.
It's never too late, mate.
Exactly.
There's more music to record.
Sounds like
retiring soon.
Got some new things to look out for Saint Sinner. Outside of this upcoming tour, is there anything we should keep our eyes open for?
Not the fart remix.
Not the fart remix. We're always writing. We're always in the home studio cooking things up. We've got another tour in November with a band called Heists. Good boys. Thanks very much, Heist, for putting us on. That's another 4-leg tour around the country. Besides that, yeah, there might be another set of songs, maybe.
Ooh.
Sydney at the end of the month as well. Elated Festival.
30th of August.
At the Lansdowne.
Yep.
Sick bunch of bands there. I think Sienna Skies.
Yeah, super excited for that. Well,
Alara.
People listening, right now, where can people find your music and where can they get tickets for your new tour?
I say the best place to listen to us would probably be, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Spotify, anything like that. If you go onto our Instagram, you'll be able to find all our ticket links. The different tours are different links to different websites. I think the main one for this tour is the Destroy All Lines website.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely check that out. What's the Instagram? Plug it.
Sinner.
st.sinner.
st.sinner.
Vivo.
Yeah, don't forget about the dot Vivo.
True. Sorry, my bad.
Bringing it back, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. Well, thank you to Sam and Caleb for joining us in the studio.
Thanks.
That was Saint Sinner.
Thanks,
and
legends.
thank you to the rest of our guests for joining us. Brooke from Scrap Society. We also had Tia joining us to talk about all the Taylor Swift news that was happening today. And of course, Alison on the news.
Of course, thank you to everyone. And make sure to follow our socials as well at UCFM_87.8. And we'll be back again next Tuesday. You can find past episodes of this show and any of the other UCFM shows on our website as well, ucfm.com.au. But I think that's pretty much everything for today. Isn't that right, James? What a great show.
Yeah, jam-packed. Love that we could finish with the Saint Sinner boys.
Exactly. Well, posh. Well, thank you guys for joining us on today's show, and we'll see you next week. Bye.